Hey, are you a business owner who's trying to get your message across online but simply have a hard time doing so? Well, you may be trying to put out some social media posts, but no one really seems to pay attention. There's so many posts out there. How do you cut through the noise? Well, in this video, I'm going to share with you a classic storytelling technique that's going to really help you spread your message across and cut through the noise so that your message ultimately gets heard and not your competitors. And in this day and age, if you don't follow these principles, then you're simply leaving a lot of money on the table. And most businesses actually make this fatal mistake, which I'm going to cover in this video. There's a popular saying in marketing that says, facts tell, but stories sell. And this is 100% true when it comes to your marketing, because yeah, you can tell somebody how to do something or they should do something, but we as humans throughout history have been trained to pay attention to stories. We simply learn from stories. Whether you look at classic storybooks, you look at mythology, movies, we just connect so well with the story, and with each story we learn and it becomes part of our memory. It's almost like we see all the characters, we can see the characters' pains, and even though the story might be completely fictional, we feel as though we are also part of the story. And this classic storytelling technique is called the hero's journey. And this term was popularized by an author called Joseph Campbell. In fact, even George Lucas, who made Star Wars, was inspired by Joseph Campbell's work. And he definitely used the concept of the hero's journey throughout the Star Wars movies. If you look at any big story in history, whether it's mythology, whether it's the biggest blockbuster movies of the last few years, like think about some of my favorite movies, for example. I grew up watching The Matrix, Harry Potter, Star Wars. All these are like my favorite movies. And all these movies follow a particular format. All these stories have three main characters. There's the hero of the story, who is the protagonist, but that person is not a hero in the beginning of the story. This person is simply a loser. Typically, they've got nothing going on for them until they come across the second character of the story, which is the mentor figure in the story. So think of the Matrix. Neo was just a hacker until he met Morpheus, who told him to follow the white rabbit. Or Harry Potter was just like a nerdy kid living with his uncle and aunt under the closet, and he was being bullied all the time and had no special abilities apparently. Or Luke Skywalker, in the beginning of A New Hope, he was simply living on the planet Tatooine with his uncle and aunt and working on a farm. Now, all of these characters did not even know that they had the potential to become a hero until they met the mentor. So Neo met Morpheus, Harry met Dumbledore, and Luke Skywalker met Obi-Wan Kenobi. So if you think of any classic story like that, the wise old man in the story is the mentor figure who shows them the way. Now, the mentor figure in the story doesn't simply tell them or give them orders. They almost challenge them, they give them a call to adventure and show them what is possible. So even in this video, I pointed out a problem that you may be facing, but I also want to tell you that, but what is possible if you learn the storytelling technique, like where your business could be. Like if you're here right now and you want to be here, this is your potential. So the role of the mentor in the story is to show the hero their potential and give them a call to adventure, but it's up to the hero whether they want to accept the call to adventure or not. And typically there's something that happens in each story that gives the hero that push towards that call to adventure. And when they embark on that call to adventure, there's a lot of issues that they face, but they are excited and they're looking forward to reaching their potential. And until they reach their potential in terms of their abilities, they're not ready to face the villain of the story. So that brings us to the third character of each story, which is you need to have a powerful villain who is the exactly opposite of the hero. Now, if all of this is not making sense to you, stay with me, because I'm going to explain to you exactly how you can use this in your business. But so far we have the hero, we have the mentor figure, the wise old man kind of character, and then you have the villain, who is the exact opposite of the hero. And usually villains are very memorable in each story, like Harry Potter had Voldemort, Luke Skywalker had Darth Vader, or in Matrix, Neo had Agent Smith. So think of any story like that and there's always going to be a memorable villain. But that's just the villain that we see, that's apparent, like obviously that's the villain. But the real villains that the heroes have to face until they can go and defeat the actual villain are kind of hidden. And that's because most heroes go through a lot of phases of self-doubt and fear, and until they face these inner demons that they have, they're not going to get there. So the biggest storytelling mistake that business owners make is that they think that they are the heroes of the story, whereas the reality is that your customers are the real heroes of the story. You as the business are the mentor of that story. And what I mean by this is, a lot of businesses make the mistake of just talking about themselves. They say, oh, we were founded in this year and this is our CEO, this is how big our company is, this is our mission. Yeah, all that is great, but who cares, right? There's another saying in marketing that says, everyone listens to the same radio station, WIIFM, what's in it for me? And if you operate with that mindset, if you give people what they want, whether you're making content, whether you're making goods and services, if you give people what they want and not what you are about, That's what's gonna make you stand out ultimately. So even in this video, I could have talked about, hey, I'm Anand, I'm the owner of Vidgrowth. We work with some of the biggest clients and all these things. Yeah, but you don't really care about that. The reason why you're watching this video is you want to learn how to get better. So if you learn to position yourself as the mentor in the story, then you can identify, okay, who is my hero? Let's say you are a fitness coach. Your hero or your potential hero is somebody who is not fit right now. Maybe somebody is trying to lose weight. But you know, as a coach, as a mentor, that person has potential. So if you put your customer in a story that this is where you are right now, and this is where you could be, and allow me to show you the way. Of course, you're the one who's going to walk the path, but I can show you the way, I can get you started. And the villain in this case, for example, somebody trying to lose weight, the villain might be their excess body fat. But that's just the villain that's apparent. They can't go and defeat the villain, if you want to call it that, until they overcome their own bad habits, their own procrastination, fear, self-doubt, all of these things, bad eating habits. Once they develop and they become a hero, it's the whole process of becoming, with the mentor's guidance, of course, that will make them defeat that villain. So think about, okay, who is my customer? What are some of their fears? What's the pain points? What's the real villain? You can dig really deep into their pain points. Again, going back to the fitness and weight loss example, if a person is trying to lose weight, maybe they're also suffering from being bullied at school, maybe people are making fun of them, maybe they don't find clothes that are fitting them, or they go to the swimming pool or the beach and they find it embarrassing to take the shirt off. And I'm saying all this because I've been there myself. I used to be extremely obese growing up, almost 130 kilos or 275 pounds, something like that, almost approaching 300 pounds at one point. But I know all this, right? So if you are somebody who has been through your own hero's journey, as any business, or maybe you talk to your customers a lot, you can really identify all these things, and then all you have to do is identify all the villains in their life or the pain points and just show them how to defeat them. So if your customer is struggling with procrastination, show them how they can defeat procrastination. If your customer is suffering from self-doubt, then maybe you can give them some courage or some encouragement. By putting your customer in a story, that's not only going to give you and your customers amazing results, but it's really going to help you stand out from the crowd where everyone is just on social media talking about themselves. We are living through a generation of people that are like almost narcissistic. Of course, people like to make fun of those people, but everyone is out there posting selfies and what they're doing, but no one really cares about, okay, what about my viewer? What are they struggling with? What kind of story do they need to go through? If you can get really clear about this concept that I am the mentor of this story, I'm the Dumbledore, I'm the Yoda, I'm the Obi-Wan Kenobi, and this is the person, I want to help them go from here to here. Doesn't matter if it's a product, it's a service. Every single product or service is designed to give people a better quality of life. Otherwise, why would they buy it? Even if someone is buying a new car, they're ultimately buying a better version of themselves. It's not just the car that they're buying. If someone goes from driving a Honda to a BMW to a Bentley, yeah, they are buying a good car, but they're also buying a better, a higher version of themselves by doing so. So when people buy these things, you got to see, okay, they're here right now, this is their potential, what are the roadblocks, and that's going to help them defeat that villain in their life. So I hope this short video on storytelling was useful. Use it in your business, and I promise you that your business will completely change. Whether you're making YouTube videos, whether you're producing content on podcasts, Instagram, TikTok, you name it. If you just keep this in mind that I'm the mentor, and I'm here to help somebody defeat their villains, it's going to completely change your game. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure to hit the subscribe button down below if you want to watch more social media tips and how to grow your business online using the power of digital marketing. As always, my name is Anand. I'm the owner of Vidgrowth. We are a marketing agency where we've helped dozens of clients grow their business online over the last 3 years. And this channel is dedicated to helping entrepreneurs just like you to grow your business online. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.